Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. I'm Kent Clark, Vice President for University Advancement at Minnesota State University, Mankato. I have a couple of housekeeping items for you before we begin today. First, we will have 5 speakers this afternoon, and I will introduce each in turn before they begin. Today's event is being live streamed nationwide via WCHA.com, thanks to our friends and partners here at the Wild. We welcome all of those who are listening in from around the country, so we're glad to have you with us this way. This web stream will be archived and will be available for viewing via the WCHA.com website sometime soon after the event. We will not be taking questions from the floor at the conclusion of this event, but what we will have is each of our key participants here will be available for individual interviews or comments after the meeting. And to facilitate that, I want to point out a couple of colleagues in the audience here. First, Doug Spencer with the WCHA. Doug, can you wave? He can help you with our new commissioner. Mr. Dan Benson from Minnesota State University, Mankato can help you with President Davenport if you need anything there. My colleague, Paul Allen from Minnesota State University, Mankato Athletics is right here. We have some of our colleagues here if you want to get a perspective on this great day for us from from our coach, from our athletic director or others. So we're at your service when we get done here. A formal press release with all the relevant details that we're going to cover here is available for your convenience. It'll be ready for you right outside the room when we conclude. It is being distributed right now, simultaneous to this event, through all of WCHA media channels. Photographs also will be available on the website. So I think that we are ready to begin.
Ready to go.
Our first speaker this afternoon is Dr. Richard Davenport, President of Minnesota State University, Mankato. He also chairs the executive committee of the WCHA, and most recently and most relevantly chaired the search committee for the new commissioner. Dr. Davenport's here to make a significant announcement about the future of the WCHA. Dr. Davenport?
Yeah, thank you, Kent. Thank you all for coming today. After a very extensive national search, I'm pleased to announce the appointment of Mr. Bill Robertson as the next commissioner of the WCHA. The WCHA is probably the most historic, tradition-rich association in college hockey. The executive committee, which I serve on, along with the Parker Executive Search Group, of course, is thrilled that we have located exactly the right person to lead our league into the future. And as you might imagine, a position like this, serving at the helm of the legendary WCHA, naturally drew a very, very extensive list of candidates, very impressive list. But I have to say, Bill's background clearly stood head and shoulders above all the other candidates, and we really had some great candidates. And so, you know, as I do, that Bill is a proven leader, an expert communicator. He brings tremendous sports experience from across the country. Bill really knows and loves hockey. That's one of the most important things, I think, to the WCHA. And has been involved in the level of the game at many different levels, I should say, including not only college hockey, but the Olympics and, of course, the National Hockey League. And so his relationship isn't new to the WCHA. It really goes back to early 2000 when we had the Final 5 championships here at the XL Center. And he handled all the media and the community relations, as you might imagine, at that time. I have to just pause for a second and say that Bill will succeed our retiring commissioner, Bruce McLeod, who joins us here today on the podium, and we'll share a few words in just a minute. Bruce has served the WCHA, we're trying to count up the number of years, but over 20 years, and I just want to take a minute for everyone to express my personal gratitude and the entire executive committee of the WCHA for Bruce's success and commitment to the world of college hockey over the years. And Bruce, we thank you with the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. So anyway, along with Bruce, Bill will begin his position in mid-May with intentional overlap with Bruce's retirement, which is June 30th. So with that, congratulations, Bill. Great.
Thanks, Dr. Davenport. We're pleased to be joined today by Mr. Craig Leopold, who you will recognize as the owner of the Minnesota Wild and the National Hockey League. Craig, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It was just over a year ago when the WCHA announced its new and exciting group of member schools. Along with our hometown favorites, Bemidji State and Mankato State, the league has also added highly competitive schools from Alabama, Alaska, Ohio, and Michigan. It was around that same time that we announced our continued partnership with the WCHA on their conference championship, the WCHA Final Five. The Final Five is a phenomenal event that has drawn some of college's biggest crowds in the Xcel Energy Center. We are extremely excited to host the site again in 2015 and 2017, and we are certainly thrilled to once again be working with Bill Robertson in his new role as Commissioner of the WCHA. Bill, who around these parts is known as Billy, helped establish the Minnesota Wild in the state of hockey, and for that we will be forever grateful. He is a great leader who is well respected in the sports industry. He is passionate about the game of hockey and will build an exceptional program for the WCHA for years to come. We are excited to work with him in this new capacity, and we know that he will do a tremendous things for the league and the tournament. It goes without saying that we have a long-standing, tremendously successful relationship with the WCHA, and we know that will continue to grow and flourish with the appointment of Bill Robertson as Commissioner. Congrats to Billy and to the entire WCHA organization. Thank you.
There's a great historic association, the WCHA, and its Final Five tournament with the Xcel Energy Center in the city of St. Paul. We're pleased to be joined this afternoon by the Honorable Chris Coleman, Mayor of the City of St. Paul.
Thank you. First, let me thank Bruce for his years of service. The City of St. Paul and the WCHA have had a fantastic relationship over the years, and I know that will continue under the new commissioner, but very thankful for the years and the relationship that we've had. In the Cretan graduating class of 1979, there were two people that knew unequivocally what they wanted to be when they grew up. One was me, who always wanted to go into politics, and the other one was Billy Robb, who always wanted to be the head of a sports league. Now, people doubted whether I would ever achieve anything, but they never had any doubt that Billy Robb would achieve his goal, because he was passionate about it, he was smart about it, and he was determined to get there. And so, as I look at the transition here in the newly constituted, reconstituted WCHA, the partnership that we have had over the history and the partnership that we're going to have into the future, I can't think of anybody better to lead the WCHA into the future than my friend Bill Robertson. I just want to be here to congratulate him, to thank him, and to reconnect to make sure that this strong relationship that we've had, that will go forward into the tournament that Craig referenced in a couple of years, is just a part of a beautiful beginning and a renewed friendship between a St. Paul kid and a great historic league, the WCHA.
Thank you, Mayor Coleman. Longtime Commissioner Bruce McLeod has led the WCHA, the most storied conference in college hockey, for the past 20 years. Bruce joins us today to reflect on the future of this great association. Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it, Kent. Very happy to be here, and thanks, Dr. Davenport, for having me. I really appreciate it very, very much. When I was thinking about it, I always make a few remarks and write a few notes when I'm going to do something, and I thought, my first thought was, boy, I don't need to do it this day. This is going to be probably one of the easiest tasks that I've ever had to do. But first I want to thank Dr. Davenport and the search committee. I don't know if it's in the news release, Kent, but, you know, Dr. Eisler from Ferris State University, I think Danny Shepard, the faculty rep from Alaska, the University of Alaska in Fairbanks, Susan San Regret, the Michigan Tech Athletic Director, and Tom Saratori, the hockey coach at Bemidji State University. As Dr. Davenport mentioned, they did a fantastic job of getting a great pool of people together. I know it was not an easy task, very difficult, hard choices to make when you have that kind of group to choose from. So I think so thanks for all the efforts. It was a great job. Really appreciate it. And to Bill, I know you should be very proud, Bill. It was a tough road, you know, to the commissionership, and could not be happier for you. Really, could not be happier. I think the committee has done a fantastic job. As I mentioned, congratulations to Bill. I know the committee has done a great job here. This is, use the baseball analogy for Bill there, you know, that it is a home run, Bill. And I'm telling you, they've hit it out of the park in this thing, and could not be happier for you. I know we've had a few conversations along the way about kind of the process, but I think Greg mentioned and other people have mentioned that it is true. You're the right person, you know, at the right time to lead this historic organization into a new era, and it could not be happier. As I've learned this past year with the new configuration of the WCHA, there's going to be a bit of a process to it all, but I can tell you what I've learned, a great institution, some great caring people about those hockey programs, and there's tons of potential here. And Bill, you're the perfect guy to kind of mine that potential, and I know you've got a real good vision for the league, and you're the right person to carry that vision to fruition. People have mentioned too, you know, the kind of the connections to St. Paul and to the league. You know, you're a good hockey man, you know, which is so important. Got a lot of, with this, just look out here, a lot of street cred, you know, with all the people in the city of St. Paul, and you know what I mean. You're highly respected in the hockey circles. You've got a great temperament. You know, I've learned that over the years of our relationship. But above all, I've learned in conversations with you, you've got a great vision for the league, and you have all the requirements to kind of carry that vision out. So could not be prouder to have you on board. Kind of pass the reins over to you, Bill, and you can count on me for anything that you need. I'll be there 100% for you, and I look forward to the next kind of couple of months of kind of working through this transition. So congratulations, Bill. The committee's done a fantastic job. I could not be happier.
Thank you, Bruce. Well, you now have heard the news. You've heard why this is such a great day for college hockey, and you've heard why the man who's been selected for this job is the right person at the right time. I guess without further ado, the only thing that we need to do now is to hear from Bill.
Well, good afternoon, and I want to say thank you to all the members of the media and all my family and friends who have shown up here today for this occasion. And I truly feel very honored to be here, to be the new commissioner of the WCHA, taking over the reins from Bruce McLeod. And please know that all these people at this table here, I will take great solace in their wisdom and knowledge of the game of hockey and what they can offer to help get the WCHA into even higher levels. But for this, I wanted to welcome all the people watching on the video stream today on WCHA.com, and to all our close friends and family that are here today. I wanted to just point out that my father is here today, Norb Robertson, a former hockey player at the University of Minnesota and the University of St. Thomas. My sister Georgia. My sister Georgia is here today, and her husband Dave Kessel are here, so thank you for coming. And I know my children, Brett Robertson and Brooke Robertson, are watching the video stream right now, and I want to say hi to them out there today. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge a couple other people that are here today. Miss Kathy Thunheim, who is my current leader and boss and mentor from Thunheim organization, which is a strategic public relations firm located in Minneapolis. And without her blessings and without her help, and a lot of her team are here today, I wouldn't be here, because she has pushed me and prodded me and made me the kind of person I am. And I've learned a lot from that organization on how to do things the right way and learn how to be creative. But at the same time, I want to also thank Mr. Craig Leopold, the owner of the Minnesota Wild, who I've had the pleasure of working with for many years, Matt Maka, who is the Chief Operating Officer, and Jack Larson, who's the Vice President and General Manager of the Xcel Energy Center. All have been great to me over the years, and I look forward to working with all of you again. Mayor Coleman, who was one of the greatest soccer players in Cretan history. Not everybody knows that. He does know that, and I know he's a big hockey.
I'm beginning to question his decision.
No, we had a lot of good times back in the days at Cretan High School, so I'm pleased that you were able to be here today. And of course, Bruce McLeod, who I've worked with since the year 2000 on the Final Five here at Xcel Energy Center, and what you've done to build this model franchise, so to speak, with this conference and where it is and where it can continue to grow. I'm truly blessed and appreciate your support in me taking over in the years to come, Bruce, so thank you. And Dr. Davenport, I want to thank you and the executive committee as well for this true honor. I'm standing here today, or sitting here today, I should say, so excited about this opportunity to lead this conference and to be a part of this in St. Paul in this great conference with all the member institutions. This conference has a rich hockey tradition, and I want to publicly congratulate Commissioner McLeod for all the work and service he's done as a great ambassador to the game of hockey and college hockey. So with that, I want to offer my congratulations to you. And there's so many great memories of this tournament here at Xcel Energy Center and all the great games and all the great players in this league. And we'll be highlighting those in the years to come, as well as the new memories that are going to be made. It's also an exciting time for the conference and this tournament being back here at Xcel Energy Center in the year 2015. I can't wait for that, to see a lot of familiar faces from the staff that works here that does such an excellent job. And the hope, again, is to make this tournament even grander on so many different scales. And my job will be to help lead those efforts with the staff of the WCHA. The business of college hockey is changing with the conference realignments, promotion of the game, the television, the digital content that goes on, and all the new revenue streams that are possibilities for the future. I will do my best as commissioner of the WCHA to stay on top of these trends in college hockey and use my vast relationships to help continue to build this conference over the years. I am a huge college hockey fan, and I have a passion for this game, and that goes without saying, but I want these people that are here today to know that I will do my best to serve this conference. People ask me a little bit about my vision, and without getting into great detail, this conference has a great foundation under Bruce's guidance and leadership, and I hope to build on that in years to come. I want to gain a strong relationship with the conference institutions and its members, and I will go out and visit all these schools and be a part of their communities and do my best to promote the WCHA in every possible corner of the United States. I want to gain strong, focused promotion of the WCHA using all the media tools, all the platforms that we can possibly use. I want this tournament, as it grows and continues to get better and better, to be a staple point and a place where people want to come and watch the best college hockey in the country. I'll also be seeking and looking for new revenue streams and new sponsorship opportunities for this league, and I'll work diligently to help push that effort. I'm going to be an advocate for college hockey and for the student athletes and what they mean to these institutions. And for me, it's more of a commitment of excellence for this conference, and it's the student athletes and the great supporters who all support this great game all over the United States. I will do my best. There's no doubt there's a lot of hard work, dedication, and a staff that will need to roll up their sleeves to get this job done. I am ready to meet this challenge, and I'm ready to start, and I'm so excited about this. I can't really tell you how much I'm anticipating to working with all of you in this room. With that, I say I look forward to talking to all of you at the end of all this, and thank you for being here today with my family. It's quite an honor and quite humbling to see all these great faces out there, so thank you very much.
So this concludes the formal portion of our program. At this point, we're going to finish the live stream with our thanks to the Minnesota Wild and the Xcel Energy Center for technical assistance and for this venue that we've had to work today. Immediately following the program, our speakers will be available. Please see our media contacts to connect with them. We've got some lunch here for you if you didn't get that on the way in. And on behalf of the WCHA, we want to thank you for coming and celebrating a great day in the history of college hockey.